It's me, Bri Reads! Oh, hi friends! It's me, Bri! Happy holidays! I'm just finishing up wrapping my last gift. There! Friends, will you celebrate with me? Let's read and sing some of our favorite holiday stories together. Before we get started, I have a surprise for you. I have 2 gifts for you, my special reading friends. Which one would you like to open first? Let's take a look. This one is shaped like a rectangle. Whoop. It has sparkly, colorful Christmas light wrapping paper and a big, thick ribbon. Let's give it a little shake. Oh, it's pretty light. How about this one? What shape is this gift? It's a rectangle too. But this one has green and white polka dot wrapping with a small, thin ribbon. Let's give it a shake. Oh, this one feels heavier. Light and heavy, light and heavy, light, 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 heavy, heavy, heavy. Which one should we open first? Let's open this one. It's a box. Did I get you clothes? No. Did I get you a lump of coal? Never. It's a book. It's our friend David. It looks like he celebrates Christmas at his house. What do you celebrate? Christmas? Maybe Hanukkah or Kwanzaa? Maybe something else. Whatever you celebrate, I celebrate you. Now let's see what David's up to. Let's read together. It's Christmas, David.
Who is this?
Ho, 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 ho!
It's Santa. Oh. Oops. Ooh. David's doing another dangerous reach. David, no peeking. Those presents are supposed to be for Christmas, not now. No snitching. Well, if David eats all the cookies, there will be none left for his family.
Somebody worked hard on making those.
Oh, those are not toys. Friends, what are these? They have long hooks. They're ornaments for the Christmas tree, not toys. They're easy to break. Careful, David. Oh! Santa's watching, David! Oh! Aren't you cold? Oh. Be patient. That's a long line. What are they waiting for? To meet Santa and take a photo? But David, we've got to wait our turn nicely. Whoa! Look how long David's Christmas list is. Oh my goodness! Well, Santa has many kids to meet. Hurry up! Oh, all yellow. It's... Ew, David, yuck! Did you go pee-pee in the snow? David!
Naughty list, naughty list, naughty list. Ooh, they're having a snowball
Fight! Whee! Oh no, not the window!
Santa's going to bring you a lump of coal.
Kids on the naughty list get coal for Christmas. Don't start yet, your grandmother.
No yawning at the
That's
dinner
the wrong
table.
fork.
Sit up straight.
Don't reach. Put your napkin in
Get
your
your
lap.
elbows off the table.
Oh dear, David. That's a long list of naughty. No, David. You may not open one early. Be patient, remember? Go to sleep, David. It's probably way past his bedtime. Who's coming tonight? Santa! He better get back in bed. Go to sleep, David. A note from Santa Claus.
Dear David, sorry, you were naughty. Love, Santa Claus. Uh-oh. A lump of coal. No Christmas for you, David.
Oh. Wake up, David. You were dreaming. Phew. That was a close one. Yes, David. It's Christmas. Look what David got. A bicycle? Whoa. Some treats. Something's in his stocking, maybe a little toy. And my favorite, a book to read. A note from Santa. Dear David, Merry Christmas. Love, Santa Claus. That was fun. Silly David. He's still a little bit naughty, but looks like he had a great Christmas. This is the perfect time of year to sing holiday songs. Will you sing with me? What should we sing first? Do you hear that? What is it? Yes, Jingle Bells! Let's sing Jingle Bells. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride with all my friends today. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride with all my friends today. Dancing in the snow, come outside and play. On a sled we go, laughing all the way. Listen as they ring, making smiles bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleigh bell song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride with all my friends today. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride with all my friends today. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap
had just settled down for a long winter's nap when out on the roof there arose such a clatter. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer with a little old driver, so lively and quick. I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around down the chimney, St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed in all fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Ho, 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 ho.
Snowflakes keep falling in my hand. I'm walking in this winter wonderland. Do 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 do. All the snowflakes that I see are beautiful and unique, just like you and me. It's a snowy day, happy, happy, happy snow day, snowy day, happy, happy, happy snow day, snowy day. Happy, happy, happy snow day. I want to spend this snow day with you. Snowflakes keep falling in my hand. I'm walking
I want to spend this day with my friends. That's you! Thank you for singing with me, friends. And now, I'm getting a little hungry. It's time for a holiday treat. What should we make? Something sweet. Something that reminds me of the holidays. I know! Gingerbread cookies! Let's get started!
For this recipe, I'm following the one from the Gingerbread Man story. It's here on the back of the book. I read the ingredients one by one. First, the dry ingredients like flour, baking powder, baking soda, then the spices for that delicious gingerbread taste. Ginger, cinnamon, cloves, allspice, and a little bit of salt. And mix it all up. I set those aside to prepare the wet ingredients: brown sugar, molasses, butter, and last, 1 fresh egg. Crack! Mix it all together. Now it's time to sift in the dry ingredients and mix one last time. For the best results, I'll refrigerate the finished cookie dough for 1 hour.
Now that the dough is finished, it's time to roll it out. Let's roll up our sleeves. This might get messy. We'll need plenty of flour on my hands, on the rolling pin, on our little gingerbread cookie cutter, and on the table.
This dough is pretty sticky. Using flour helps it from sticking to everything.
It looks like snow.
Form your dough into a ball and plop! It's time to roll.
First you roll it, you roll it, you roll it, roll it, roll it. If it starts sticking to your rolling pin, add flour. And then you roll it, you roll it, you roll it, roll it, roll it, until it's thin.
I'm trying to push out the thicker parts so it's all even.
Next you cut it, you cut it, you cut it with your cutter. Where does he fit? This way. And then you push it, you push it, you push it and wiggle. Again. It's just like a puzzle. Try to fit as many cookies on the same piece as you can. Let's see, where does it fit? Should it go here? Oh, no. How about here? Will that work? Yes, it's good. Let's push. Push down and lift. Can we fit one more? I think so. Let's push. Wiggle, 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 and lift. How many gingerbread did we make? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 gingerbread cookies. Now we take away all the extra dough and load our gingerbread cookies onto the pan for baking. The best part is you can use all this extra dough again. Just put it all together in a ball and roll it once more. Now our friends are ready to be baked. Make sure to get a grown-up's help to put them in the oven.
It's time to bake.
Ta-da! They're all done, but not quite ready to eat. They need decorations. And how fun is this? We can decorate a house for them too. We have icing. Oh. Hey, Mr. Gingerbread, your foot is covered with snowy icing. This is going to be yummy. We have icing, candies, and peppermints. Let's get started. I'll take my icing and make a design on the roof.
I'm making a scalloped design. Next, I'll add candy Christmas lights. And repeat the same design on the other side.
There, a colorful, bright roof. One final touch on the roof, gumdrops.
The icing works just like glue to keep the gumdrops and other candies in place.
Now I'll make a cheerful gate with gumdrops and gummy bears.
Next, I'll use my icing to draw a door. And candy cane poles for more decoration. One final touch of candy.
The house is done and looking very tasty. What's next? Aha!
My gingerbread man will have swirls on his arms and legs. 3 dots for buttons, 2 dots for eyes, a nose, and a smiling mouth. Next, I'll place the gumdrop buttons. Candy eyes and a candy nose. All done. Now I just hope he doesn't run away.
Oh, friends, now let's read.
The Mitten. Adapted and illustrated by Jan Brett. Once, there was a boy named Nicky who wanted his new mittens made from wool as white as snow. At first, his grandmother, Baba, did not want to knit white mittens. "If you drop one in the snow," she warned, "you'll never find it." But Nicky wanted snow white mittens, and finally, Baba made them. After she finished, she said, "When you come home, first I will look to see if you are safe and sound. But then I will look to see if you still have your snow white mittens." So off Nicky went, and it wasn't long until one of his new mittens dropped in the snow and was left behind. A mole, tired from tunneling along, discovered the mitten and burrowed inside. It was cozy and warm and just the right size, so he decided to stay. A snowshoe rabbit came hopping by. He stopped for a moment to admire his winter coat. It was then that he saw the mitten, and he wiggled in feet first. The mole didn't think there was room for both of them, but when he saw the rabbit's big kickers, he moved over. Next, a hedgehog came snuffling along. Having spent the day looking under wet leaves for things to eat, he decided to move into the mitten and warm himself. The mole and the rabbit were bumped and jostled, but not being ones to argue with someone covered with prickles, they made room. As soon as the hedgehog disappeared into the mitten, a big owl, attracted by the commotion, swooped down. When he decided to move in also, the mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog grumbled. But when they saw the owl's glinty talons, they quickly let him in. Up through the snow appeared a badger. He eyed the mitten and began to climb in. The mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, and the owl were not pleased. There was no room left. But when they saw his diggers, they gave him the thumb. It started snowing, but the animals were snug in the mitten. A waft of warm steam rose in the air, and a fox trotting by stopped to investigate. Just the sight of the cozy mitten made him feel drowsy. The fox poked his muzzle in. When the mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, the owl, and the badger saw his shiny teeth, they gave the fox lots of room. A great bear lumbered by. He spied the mitten all plumped up. Not being one to be left out in the cold, he began to nose his way in. The animals were packed in as tightly as could be. But what animal would argue with a bear? The mitten swelled and stretched. It was pulled and bulged to many times its size. But Baba's good knitting held fast. Along came a meadow mouse, no bigger than an acorn. She wriggled into the one space left and made herself comfortable on top of the great bear's nose. The bear, tickled by the mouse's whiskers, gave an enormous sneeze. Ka-choo! The force of the sneeze shot the mitten up into the sky and scattered the animals in all directions. On his way home, Nicky saw a white shape in the distance. It was the lost mitten silhouetted against the blue sky. As he ran to catch his snow-white mitten, he saw Baba's face in the window. First, she looked to see if he was safe and sound. And then she saw that he still had his new mittens.
Now, let's sing!
Let's build a snowman in the snow. We'll roll 3 balls, one big, one medium, one round and small. Let's build a snowman in the snow. 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, and clothes. It's winter and the world is white. Let's have a snowball fight. It's winter and the world is white. Oh, I love winter time. Let's build a snowman in the snow. We'll roll 3 balls, one big, one medium, one round and small. Let's build a snowman in the snow. 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, and clothes.
The last ornament! I decorated my tree with lights, garland, and ornaments. This one is a snowflake. I'll put it here. Oh, friends, I almost forgot. I have another present for you. Let's open it. Look, it's a book. A Christmas wish for Corduroy. I love Corduroy. Let's read together. A Christmas Wish for Corduroy by Dawn Freeman. A Christmas wish for Corduroy. One December afternoon, a toy bear in a big store was just waking up when he heard a mother asking a boy, "Have you decided what you would like for Christmas yet?" The bear sat a little taller and perked up his ears. Maybe this boy wanted a bear. But the boy zipped right by him and pointed to a bright red shiny fire engine. "I'm going to ask Santa for a fire truck with a big ladder and a bell," the boy said. The bear watched sadly as the boy walked away. In the store that afternoon, the book at StoryTime was about Santa and all the elves at the North Pole. All the children were excited to make Christmas lists and visit Santa. Maybe I should visit Santa, the bear thought. I could ask him if he knows a girl or boy who wants a bear. Tonight, I'll go see if I can find him. Corduroy's very adventurous. Just before closing time, a girl stopped right in front of the bear. Maybe she wants a bear, he hoped. But the girl pointed to a doll in a pink dress. "Mommy, look! A pretty Piper doll! That is the doll I'm going to ask Santa to bring me when I see him." "Make sure you put her name on your list, dear," said her mother. "And if you're going to see Santa, we should get you a special outfit." A special outfit? I didn't know I needed a special outfit to see Santa, thought the bear as he looked at his brown fur. Why, I don't have any clothes at all. And without a name, how can I ever be on anyone's Christmas list? Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone home, the bear climbed down from his shelf. The store seemed much bigger without any people in it. There were strange shadows everywhere. The bear felt very small. He found a department that sold hats. "Those look pretty special," he said. He tried on all kinds of hats, but none of them seemed quite right for a bear who was looking for Santa. Oh, maybe he could find a hat like this one. Next to the hat department was the shoe department. A pair of shiny new shoes would make me look special, thought the bear, but all of the shoes were much too big. Then he spotted the children's clothes department. Surely he would find an outfit there. But the only clothes his size were the baby clothes. So the bear kept looking. Oh, I think he looks pretty cute. Up ahead, he saw a sign with Santa's picture on it. "This must be the way to the North Pole," he said. "That's just where I want to go." He followed the signs until he almost bumped into a reindeer. "The North Pole looks exactly like it did in the book," said the bear. There were trees with reindeer and a workshop for Santa. He went inside to take a look. "This is a very little workshop," said the bear. He sat down in a chair. It was the perfect size. He looked around the room. There were small toys, tools, and even some elf clothes hanging on the wall. That gave him an idea. I recognize those green overalls. First, he tried on an elf hat, but his ears were too small. Then he tried on a pair of elf shoes, but his furry bear paws were too big. Finally, he tried on the elf clothes. They fit perfectly. Now, unbutton unbuttoning and buttoning anything with bear paws is not easy, and one button almost fell off before the bear finally got the overalls on. These overalls are just the right kind of special for me, thought the bear as he looked at himself in a mirror. Now I'm ready to meet Santa. Then he noticed a big chair nearby. That must be Santa's chair, said the bear. I will wait here so I will be first in line when Santa comes, and then I can ask him for a little girl or boy to take me home. By now, it was very late, and the bear was very tired. He climbed up onto the chair, and before too long, he was fast asleep. That is exactly where Santa found him the next morning. Good morning, little fellow. How did you get up on my chair? Asked Santa. Those are some mighty fine green corduroy overalls you're wearing. A good-looking bear like you should be with the other toys. Mrs. Claus, would you please bring Corduroy back to the toy department? Asked Santa. Santa called me Corduroy, thought the bear. I have a name. Now I can be on someone's Christmas list. The bear was finally ready to tell Santa his Christmas wish. So that's how Corduroy got his name. Aw, thanks, Santa. But before Corduroy could say a word, he was on his way back to the toy department with Mrs. Claus, past the clothes, past the shoes, and past the hats, farther and farther away from Santa until he was back where he started. We found Corduroy Bear on Santa's chair this morning, Mrs. Claus explained to the saleslady. Doesn't he belong in your department? The saleslady looked at Corduroy in his new green overalls. You do look familiar, she said as she put him back on the shelf. That is just where Corduroy Bear was later that day when a mother and daughter walked into the toy department. Do you recognize her? That's Lisa from the Corduroy book. The little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. Oh, Mommy, she said. Look, there's the very bear I've always wanted. Her smile made Corduroy feel more special than all the names and outfits combined. This must be what Christmas feels like, thought Corduroy, and he smiled his best bear smile right back. The end. Oh, thank you for reading with me today, friends, and singing with me and baking with me. I had so much fun celebrating the holidays with you. Now there's just one more thing to do before we say goodbye. I'm going to make my Christmas wish. I'm wishing all my friends a happy and healthy holiday. Merry Christmas, everyone! I love you. Bye-bye.